Moonshine. Today I'm going to cover a long-forgotten murder. It happened in Turner's Falls, Mass. And it was on a paper dated Friday, September 27th, 1929. And apparently the woman was murdered because she sold some moonshine to a 3rd Street party, which produced the killing. But after the appeal, he shoots and kills himself, commits suicide. Here's the story. Martin Strobel, confessed slayer of Mrs. Mary Stoltz, a 56-year-old woman from Turner's Falls, died at 12 o'clock this noon at the Farron Memorial Hospital from the effects of a self-inflicted throat slashing he administered with a razor early Wednesday morning, short time after he shot and killed Mrs. Stoltz while in a drunken condition at her home. His death was not expected because he was listed in critical condition since he got there, and removed him mercifully from the grim shadow of first-degree murder charges which the district attorney was preparing to lodge against him should he recover. 67 years of age, he was a cutlery worker who retired a year ago, who some say had contemplated going back to his boyhood home in Germany. Because of his attempted suicide in his room at the Hotel Multenbury, now that's on the corner of 3rd and Avenue A, it still stands. Ed's Barbershop is there. It's still a roomy house as far as I know. And an hour after the fatal shooting of Mrs. Stoltz, the police sought to forestall further suicidal attempts by placing a guard of him at the hospital. John Serga, the only eyewitness to the homicide in the Franklin County Jail, was waiting the grand jury and on a statutory charge threatening the murder victim. He was jailed yesterday and was unable to furnish a $2,500 bond for his appearance. Now, they talk about this happened in the Turner's Falls District Court. Now everything happens in Greenfield, of course. Turner's Falls Court again saw an angle of this much-discussed murder case, dealt with it this morning when Mrs. Martha Marsh, the woman who is alleged to have sold the moonshine, was served to give both him and Strobel drunk, in which police say was a contributing cause to the fatality, was sentenced to the House of Correction for 2 months for illegally selling the liquor. She took an appeal from the sentence and furnished $600 bail for her appearance in the November session of Superior Court. A fine of $50 is imposed, and upon a second complaint from the keeping intoxicating liquor was paid. The case against the woman were tried yesterday, but disposition was reserved until today, which it means that they were still working on it. Now, so the story tells of a very local person, happened in Turner's Falls, Mass. He was considered to be guilty, and he killed himself to avoid trial.